I'm coming in now.
Testing. Shalom. Testing. Shalom. Most High Christ. Salakia Israel for being a little bit late tonight, but we gonna get it in as usual. You understand? Yahweh Bashem Al Shabaraka thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shamar the thumb by Shem Al Shah to the sisters. I'm Priest Officer Karan Yal of the ISUBK under Commanding General Yohana out of the ISUBK Northern California camp. And this is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class streaming on the Sacramento Israelites YouTube page. So today we're gonna be going over the wages of sin. You understand, right? So now, of course, we have to understand what is sin according to the scriptures. All right. So let me get that for y'all real quick. And I've been trying to share my screen with these scriptures so brothers and sisters can get a visual, just in case brothers and sisters don't have a sword handy. You understand? Of course, we call the Bible in the school a sword, right? Hey, Sus, Yabba Shemal Shabarakatah. Hey, if you got any questions, I put it in the chat, Baba Kasha. Any questions on topic, off topic? You understand? I'm gonna try to, answer your questions to the best of my abilities, right? So, like I was saying, what is sin according to the Bible? You understand? Because a lot of Christians don't understand exactly what sin is. You understand? They'll tell you the Lord doesn't hate sin. Doesn't hate the sinner. You understand? He hates sin, which is totally false. You understand? This is the book of Salakia. This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. You understand? If you commit sin, you're transgressing the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. There's your definition of sin in the New Testament, clear as day. You understand? Nazam Ana. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shamar, Lataba Shem Yahweh Shah. The water for tapping in. I appreciate you every time, sister. I'm going to read that from the top. 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. That's the definition of sin right there in the Bible. You understand? In the New Testament. For any Christian, you understand, that might be confused about what sin is. You understand? Or any brother and sister in general that might be confused about what sin is. You understand? The law, statutes, and commandments are found in the first 5 books of the Holy Bible, also known as the Torah. You understand? If we transgress any of those laws, then we are sinners. You understand? All right. Let's go to Salakia. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Let me make sure. Hold on. I believe. Okay, Most High in Christ. So let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 6. And this would be located in the Apocrypha, right? Now, of course, all throughout the Christian church, they teach the lie, you understand? And the hypocrisy that the Lord only hates the sin and he does not hate the sinner. Well, the Bible says otherwise. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 6. For the Most High hateth sinners. You understand? That's clear as day. You understand? Clean cut, straight to the point. You understand? The Most High hated sinners. So if you are a drug addict, you understand, a drug dealer, you understand, a fornicator, an adulterer, an adulteress, right? A drunkard, you understand, somebody that celebrates Christmas, Thanksgiving, you understand, somebody that eats pork, so forth and so on. You understand, somebody that dates outside of your nation, the Lord hates you according to the scriptures. You understand? He don't, and you know that the Lord hates you because you die from the diseases of being a sinner. You understand, right? A disease of being a drug dealer, you understand, is gun violence. A lot of brothers die by gun violence, or you go to prison for a very long time. You understand? These are the diseases of sin. You understand? Of course, you get physical diseases. You understand, from eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, having sex with whores. You understand, being a homosexual. You understand, things of that nature, right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 6. Once again. For the Most High hateth sinner and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. You understand? That's clear as day. The reason why somebody gets punished because of the sin that they commit is because the Lord hates you for sinning. Clear as day. You understand? You don't you don't catch strokes, you understand, high blood pressure and diabetes from eating all of these abominations because the Lord hates the sin. No, you get all of this stuff that happens to you because he hates you. You understand? Just like you don't go to jail, you understand, for being a drug dealer or a murderer, you understand, or some god awful pedophile, you understand, because the Lord hates the sin that you've done. No, you understand? The Lord hates you. That's why he punished you for the sin that you committed. You understand? So, Lakia, go to Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Right? Because a lot of people don't understand that the choices that we make, you understand, living in this empire, living in this captivity, right? This is learned behavior that we learned from someone that taught us this. You understand? Our people have not learned to be drug dealers, you understand, from righteous people of our nation. Nah, we haven't learned to be sexual deviants from righteous people of our nation. You understand? The Most High didn't send the prophets out to teach us how to be a low-level base people. You understand? He didn't teach us how to be degenerates and sexual deviants, you understand, and drug dealers and drug addicts, right? And pimps and hoes and gang members. The Lord didn't teach us none of that. The men of God never taught the nation of Israel that. You understand? This is the book of Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. We learned everything that we know from the oppressor. You understand? We learned how to be drug dealers and pimps. You understand? From the Italian mafia. You understand? From these black exploitation films that they fed to the black community during the 70s that gave you an image of you. You understand? Somebody that looked just like you, that grew up in the same conditions that you in, but the way that they got out of those conditions was to be a drug dealer or to be a pimp or to be a whore. You understand? Which none of that has ever helped our people, right? Salakia. Let me read that again. Envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. When we envy our oppressor, you understand, we tend to want to do exactly what our oppressor does. You understand? Your oppressor, he got power from being a drug dealer. You understand? He got power from being a murderer. You understand? He got power, you understand, from doing all of these wicked deeds. And in turn, a lot of our people see the power that he has and we envy him. So you know what we do in turn? You understand? We ended up choosing to be like him. You understand? We seen all the ways that he taught us how he got on top of the planet Earth, right? Then when we seen what he did, we chose those ways thinking that was going to be prosperous for us. You understand? Not understanding that the Lord pronounces judgment on the nation of Israel. Salaki, matter of fact, let me get the book of Psalms chapter 147 and verse 19, right? Because the children of Israel were disobedient to the Lord, and we went after strange gods, and we went after strange customs, the Lord pronounced judgment on us. You understand? Just like today, if you get caught, you understand, selling drugs or being a pimp, you understand, or being a prostitute or doing some type of scam to try to get over, you understand, you are going to be arrested, right? And you're going to have to sit in that courtroom and a judgment is going to be pronounced on you. You understand? And the judicial system in America, you understand, they learn everything that they know about justice or about the so-called justice system. You understand? As far as, you know, rendering down harsh punishments, they learn all of this from the Bible, right? This is the book of Psalms chapter 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. You understand? These law, statutes, and commandments was given to the nation of Israel. It was given to the Israelites. You understand? His law, his statutes, and his judgments. You understand? Statutes being the laws, the judgments, is the punishments, what's going to happen if you break those statutes or break those laws, right? Verse 20, he hath not dealt so with any nation. He didn't give another nation these laws, statutes, and commandments. He never told the East Indians, you understand, or the Arabs, you understand, or Caucasian people, you understand. He never told Asians, right? He never told Africans, so-called Polynesians, you understand. He never told none of those people that you can't be a drug dealer. He never told none of those people that it's not okay for you to eat pork. He never told none of those people that it was unlawful for them to indulge in an alternative lifestyle. But you know who he did say it to? He said it to blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You understand? He said it to those people that's in the ghetto trying to be like their oppressors. He told us that, right? And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. King David is saying, look, these people don't know what it feels like to be judged on a mass scale, you understand, as a whole, for being drug dealers. These people don't know what it means, you understand, to do 20, 30 years, you understand, or be the majority, you understand, inmates in the prison system. These people don't know that, you understand. Lucky Luciano died in a warm bed, you understand. A lot of these Italian, Jewish, Irish gangsters that made millions and billions of dollars in their times, they slept peacefully when they died. They like, as a whole, they don't get cut down, you understand, by gunfire in the ghettos. You understand? They eventually become prosperous and die in some type of mansion. Like Lil Wayne had a line in the song, right? And what he said was so right. But what he didn't understand was those people that he was referring to as being gangsters, that's not what happened to blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians when we choose the lifestyle of being a gangster. Wayne said, gangsters don't die, they get chubby and they move to Miami. That's what a lot of those Italian mafia dudes did. You understand? They wreaked havoc on the streets, right? They got a whole lot of money. They got fat, you understand, because they lustful, greedy pigs, you understand? And then they retired and went down there to Florida to go chill on the damn beach as an old white man to die, you understand, in some penthouse suite or in some mansion, you understand, in Coconut Grove out there, right? That's what happens to them. But as far as the nation of Israel, you understand, he have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Don't nobody know the judgments of the Lord. You understand? Asian people don't understand what it means to grow up in a broken home. You understand? And you got uncles that's being slaughtered in the ghetto daily. You understand? You got uncles and big brothers doing life in prison. You understand? Like when a person goes to these jails and these institutions and prisons and all of that type of stuff, you understand? There's certain cards that's in there. You understand? You got your blacks, and depending on where you at, you understand? But you got your blacks, which consist of, you understand, as far as California is concerned, you got your civilians, which are basically the Bay Area cats. You understand? We don't really have too many gang affiliations up here. You understand? You got your Crips, you got your Bloods and Pyrules. You understand? You got your Hoovers. You know what I'm saying? You got your skinhead white boys. You understand? You got your regular Woods. You understand? Which run with the skinheads if you go to prison. You understand? And then you got the others. You understand? And the others consist of the Polynesians, the Asians. It might be an East Indian off in there. You understand? All of these different nationalities of people that's not black, Latino, or white. Oh, excuse me. Don't let me forget about my Southsiders. You understand? The Serranos, my Mexican brothers. You understand? The Norteños, the Northsiders. You understand? If you're not black, Latino, you understand, white, or a part of a Blood or a Crip card, you understand, you part of the other card, which consists of the Tongans, the Samoans, if they don't have gang affiliation, you understand, the Asians, right? These are all others. And that's the smallest card in the jail and prison system, right up under the white boys. You understand? But when it comes to the blacks and Latinos, we deep as hell in there. You understand? Because we know the judgments of the Lord. We understand that the Lord is beating the hell out of us for being gang members. The Lord is beating the hell out of us for being drug dealers and pimps and murderers. You understand? Praise ye the Lord. You understand? King David is saying praise ye the Lord because he understands that the reason why the Lord is judging the children of Israel because he loves us more than any other nation on planet Earth. You understand? Salakia. Most High Christ, sis. If y'all got any questions on topic, off topic, go ahead. Put it up in the chat. Salakia. Get back to these scripts. Okay, let's get some of these laws. You understand? Let's go into some of these laws. Salakia. Grab my notes real quick. Let's go to Leviticus, the 18th chapter. I'm going to go verse 22. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 18 verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. You understand? Clear cut day. The word abomination is it literally translates to something that the Lord hates. You understand? Something that's unseemly, something that's vile, something that's what's another word? Something that's shameful. You understand? Something that's very offensive. You understand? The Lord said a man shall not lie with another man like he does with a woman, right? AKA the LGBTQ community. The Lord ain't with that. You understand? He said that is an abomination, right? And let me give you the judgment thereof, right? Let's get the judgment. I just read you the law, but let's get the judgment. Understand? Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. The Lord reiterated that once again. This is an abomination to be a sodomite, you understand? Or a person that lives an alternative lifestyle, or to be a part of the LGBTQ community / movement. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. There's the judgment right there. If a man lives an alternative lifestyle, you understand, and he sleeps with other men, they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Your blood is going to be upon you. You understand? Your own blood is going to be on your hands for doing this type of filthy, wicked act. You understand? The Lord is against the LGBTQ community and that lifestyle. You understand? The wages of sin are death. This is a sin. The Lord said he's going to pronounce judgment on you that requires death. You understand? Let's read some more. Verse 14. And if a man take a wife and her mother, it is wickedness. They shall be burned with fire for both he and they, that there be no wickedness among you. You can't sleep with a woman, take her to be your wife, and then turn around and do the same thing with her mother. That is an abomination, and you shall be burned with fire, thus saith the Lord. You understand? Verse 15, if a man lie with a beast, this is why the Lord tells you, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. The oppressor want to sleep with everything. He want to sleep with a woman, her mama, and then go have sex with the damn dog. You understand? If a man lie with a beast, he shall surely be put to death, and ye shall slay the beast. The Lord ain't playing. You understand? Of course, this is not going to be the beast, the animal's will to have intimacy with a human being. You understand? But the Lord don't give a damn. That man forced himself on this beast, and this beast has to die just like this man. You understand? And if any woman approach unto any beast and lie down thereto, thou shalt kill the woman and the beast, and they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Come on, man. Clear-cut day. The Lord ain't playing. He said, look, you choose to do an abominable act with a goddamn animal, oh, you got to be unalived as well as that animal, because the wages of sin is death. You understand? Right? Salakia. Let me go up. Should have read this first. Salakia. This is the book of Matthew. Not Matthew, excuse me. The book of Leviticus, chapter 20. Which one I want? And verse. We'll start at verse 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Adultery, you understand, is an offense. Nah, damn right, sis. And adultery is an offense. You understand that it's punishable by death, right? And in the Apocrypha, right? You can read about the sister Susanna in the Apocrypha. It was two wicked niggas that was judges over the nation of Israel at this time. And they tried to force this sister into what is essentially a damn threesome, and she was married to a husband already. Now, a threesome is just wicked as hell, you understand, alone. But this sister was a married sister, you understand? And they tried to force themselves upon this sister, and she refused because this was a righteous sister, you understand? And the simple fact that they accused this sister and she wouldn't do it, they knew that if it came out what she tried to, what they tried to do with this sister and she refused, they would be put to death just for trying this. So they brought the sister up on charges in order to get her put to death. But the great young prophet Daniel was risen up that day, and he had the spirit of the Lord on him, you understand, and being seasoned on how to deal with this matter, you understand. And eventually, these two men that didn't physically commit adultery with this sister, but they did in their mind, and they tried to force this sister to commit adultery. And when they seen that she wouldn't, they tried to get this sister put to death by lying on her. Well, Daniel seen through all that BS, and both of these judges over the nation of Israel eventually got put to death. You understand? Salakia. Let me see where else I want to go with this. Go to Exodus 22 and 18. It's the book of Exodus chapter 22 and verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Now, you might ask yourself, what is a witch? You understand? Or what is a wizard? You understand? This is talking about sorcery, right? if you understand what sorcery was classified, well, what sorcery is classified as today, but more importantly in ancient times, you understand, they didn't. Sorcery is essentially drug use. You understand? That's exactly what it is. They didn't call smoking weed back in the day. They didn't call it that. You understand? They didn't call snorting powder. You understand? Or shooting heroin. They didn't call it that back in the day. You understand? They called it by the simplest form of what it is. They called you a sorcerer. You understand? Or a sorceress. Or that person indulges in sorcery. Or he's a wizard. Or she's a witch. Or she's a sorceress. Or that person has a familiar spirit. You understand? All of this is talking about using drugs. You understand? Being a drug dealer or a drug user. You understand? It's interchangeable, right? The Lord said, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. You understand? In the nation of Israel, the offense of smoking weed, like especially us being from California, we look at it as a very light thing, right? But in the Bible, it's a sin punishable by death. You understand? Smoking cigarettes is a form of sorcery. You understand? All of these offenses are punishable by death. Now, of course, we don't enforce the law. But back in these biblical times, you understand? The Lord put these law, statutes, and commandments together in order for the nation of Israel to be judged by the high priest of the Most High. You understand? So a high priest from the tribe of Levi, you understand, if they call somebody indulging in sorcery, you understand, no matter what type of way you want to look at it, you understand, if they found somebody doing drugs, you understand, you will be put to death. You understand? Like I said, I live in California. Smoking weed is a light thing here. You understand? It's legal. Like a lot of people, they just sit back and smoke a blunt in the police face out here. It's legal like that out here. You understand? They have cannabis clubs out. Like they literally have stores. All you need is your ID to go in there to go buy weed, like you buy a pack of cigarettes or a bottle of liquor. You understand? But back in the times of the nation of Israel, having high priests, you understand, that executed judgment of the law, right? Our people, you understand, if we caught you smoking some weed or doing some heroin, you understand, or you were somebody that was known to be a sorcerer, you understand, a sorcerer is essentially a kingpin drug dealer. You understand? Your big Meaches, you understand, your Freeway Ricky Rosses, and any other big drug dealer that you could think about in the black community. If Big Meech was Big Meech during the time of Samuel, it wouldn't be no goddamn BMF show. You understand? It wouldn't, like, the rapper Rick Ross wouldn't have named himself after no goddamn Freeway Ricky Ross that went to jail for selling drugs. Hell nah. Big Meech and Rick Ross would have got put to death by Samuel. You understand? They would have got put to death. You understand, by Eli. You understand? They would have got put to death by all of these high priests that ruled the nation of Israel, right? It wouldn't be none of that. You understand? It wouldn't be no glorifying no damn drug dealers if we didn't live up under this oppression of the goddamn devil. You understand? And that's what's so evil about this empire, right? Like, Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, we don't praise people, you understand, like Commander General Yohana, right? We don't praise brothers like the generals and the captains and the officers. We don't praise brothers like the seven heads, you understand? Like Chief Head Priest Arya, you understand? Like Yahquah, like Masha, you understand? We don't praise brothers like Abba Bivens, who started the original One West School, you understand, that we still represent till this day, that we're still a part of till this day. You understand? They don't represent the priests and prophets of the Lord that started the ISUBK all the way back in 1969. But you know who they do? You understand? Praise, you understand, and revere as some great men, Big Meech. You understand? When you actually think about it, right? If you my age, right, or a little bit younger. You understand? Big Meats contributed to your neighborhood being drug infested. You understand? He contributed to our mama smoking crack. You understand? He contributed to our aunties prostituting themselves out just for another hit. You understand? And the Lord would have put them brothers to death. You understand? If not for us being in the oppressor's empire, right? And this nation, right, as a whole, not the nation of Israel, but I'm saying this nation as far as America or Western civilization, right? They worship drug dealers. You understand? This country, the founding fathers, you understand? A lot of them indulged in the same type of sorcery. You understand? A lot of them dudes had bad drug habits. Excuse me, Salaki, this meat tree is tight as hell. You understand? A lot of them dudes had bad drug habits. You understand? Salaki, get back to these scriptures. Let's go to Leviticus 19 and 31. The book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. The Lord said, man, look, you shouldn't go searching for no goddamn wizards. You understand? You shouldn't regard people that have familiar spirits. All of this is talking about people who indulge in sorcery or drugs. You understand? To be defiled by them. And you are going to be defiled if you smoke weed. You understand? You're going to be defiled if you do heroin or if you do crack. Like a lot of these Christians and fake Israelites always like to say, well, God made weed and it's from the earth and it's a plant and all of this type of stuff. Well, so is the coca leaf. You understand? So is the poppy plant. You understand? Is it okay to smoke crack? It must be okay to shoot heroin if you feel good about me being able to go or you feel so sure about a person being able to go get some weed and smoke it. You understand? That's what you got to ask Christians and people who like to use the scriptures and say, oh, well, weed is a plant. So is all the rest of them goddamn drugs. You understand? And they cultivated how they cultivated. I'm not sure the logistics of it, but it becomes a mind-altering substance, you understand, just like marijuana does, right? A lot of people say weed is legal now. So is heroin. So is cocaine. You understand? So what was opium at one point in time in America? You understand? A lot of this stuff was legal. You understand? That don't make it right. That don't mean that the Lord wants you to do it, right? Let's get some more. The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, and verse 6. And it reads, and the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits and after wizards to go a whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul. The Lord said, man, look, when you go after wizards or people with familiar spirits, you are going whoring after them. You understand? And that's the same thing. Like when you look at what drugs do to people, a person will do some of the most vilest things, you understand, in order to get their fix, in order to get high. Like the prime example of that is the use of heroin. You understand? The crack epidemic in the mid late 80s and early 90s. You understand? And even right now, like, weed is the new crack. If you're a person that's in your late 50s, right? Early 60s, you understand? Or mid 50s, right? Early 50s. If you about 50 years on up, you understand, and you actually remember, or you was able to or you was old enough to be outside during the crack epidemic, you know, and I'm talking about when it first hit, you know how popular smoking crack was amongst young black people. It was the same thing as smoking weed today. That loud pack or that za, you understand? It was the same. It had the same type of popularity as weed today. And then I'm gonna give y'all some more gruesome facts about weed. Right? A lot of people in during the crack epidemic, you understand, they had orgies while they were smoking crack. You understand? A lot of you young sisters out there, bro, that smoke weed, yeah, you do the same thing with the plug. You understand? You pull up on the plug, you understand? Chill with them, get high with them, you understand? Give them a sexual favor so you can get high off that za, you understand? Or that loud pack. It's the same thing as what they was doing in the 80s. It's no different, you understand? And don't get me started on syrup. You understand? Don't get me started on what's the pill they take now? The perk 30s. You understand? The mollies, right? The ecstasy pills. You understand? The lean, all lean, the perks. You understand? The oxycontins. All of that is different forms of heroin. You understand? Young people, if you sip syrup, you pop Percocets. You understand? You taking all of these damn opioids, you a dope fiend. If you smoke weed, you're a dope fiend. You understand? And you very well should be ashamed of it. I used to smoke weed my damn self. Just like, confession is good for the soul. I used to smoke weed a lot. I'm from Oakland, California, bro. Like, I don't think Jamaicans smoke more than niggas in Oakland. Straight up. You understand? And I'm gonna keep it real too. Northern California, and anybody can attest to this. If you were a person that was able to travel, or somebody that used to smoke weed before you came into the truth and was in the world, Northern California has the strongest weed on fucking planet Earth. I BS you not. You understand? Southern California probably number 2, but it's not like up here. Up here, the air smells like weed up here. Like, literally. When I walk out my house, I smell weed 24/7. You understand? In the neighborhood that I live in. And it's not just the neighborhood that I live in. It's all around this whole city. You understand? That's how popular smoking weed is in Northern California, especially Oakland, California. It's like smoking weed up here is, it's like breathing damn near. You understand? Smoking weed, like asking a person, do they smoke weed, is like asking a motherfucker, do you eat food in Oakland? Like, it's that serious up here. That's embedded in the culture, right? You got kids, and trust me, I used to be one of them. You got kids that's 12, 11, 10 years old sometimes that smoke weed on a daily basis. You understand? You have to get up to smoke some weed, you understand, to eat a meal. Because you're a dope fiend. Trust me, I've been there. You understand? You get bored, you got to roll up some weed. You about to play the video game, you got to roll up some weed. You got to deal with your woman, you got to roll up some weed. Because you're a dope fiend. Clear as day. You understand? It's no different than somebody that has a heroin addiction and they need their fix in order to put their goddamn clothes on in the morning, or they going to be in the bed sick. It's the same thing with weed. You understand? Like, I was having a conversation with 2 of my family members. They're gonna remain anonymous. You understand? Unless you know me and you know who I'm talking about. You understand? But they're gonna remain anonymous. I'm not gonna mention their names, but it was 2 family members. I'm having a conversation with them, about something that I posted. You understand? And it was more along, matter of fact, Slakia. I'll show you what I posted. Go to the book of John, chapter 9, and verse 31. Now, this is the New Testament, mind you. It's the book of John, chapter 9, and verse 31. And it reads, Salakia, now we know that God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a whisperer of God and doeth his will, him he heareth. Clear as day. The Lord don't hear sinners. You understand? And you don't talk to the Lord in his ear. You don't whisper in his ear. The only way that brothers and sisters are able to talk to the Lord is by praying to him. You understand? That's the only way that the Lord is going to hear you. You understand? Of course, he hears every word that you say, but as far as you directed something to him, you have to talk to the Lord in a prayer. Well, right here in the Bible, it says the Lord don't hear the prayer of sinners. So I posted this scripture. You understand? Now, it ain't hard for you to find out who I'm talking about. Perks, right, sis? It ain't hard for you to tell who I'm talking about. You understand? If you know this scripture that I posted. And I posted this scripture and captioned it. If you smoke weed, the Lord does not hear your prayers, right? Now, once again, I'm in the truth. You understand? I'm a trained professional. This is what I do daily. You understand? Train up under commanding General Yohana. You understand? Who train my captains, Captain Gadar, Captain Quam. You understand? That sanction a brother named Karak, ice cold. You understand? To train Lil old Quran Yala to be able to decimate you with these scriptures. Whether you've been in the Christian church for 30 years or you found what seems to be the truth 5 minutes ago. We can do this. You understand? But one of the brothers told me that, hey, the Bible really don't specify weed. You understand? Now, of course, you would think that this is coming from a brother that smokes. Quiet as kept. I know this brother. This is my family. He ain't smoked in about almost 20 years. I know it. Been around the brother, you understand, the majority of my life. I know he ain't smoked in about 20 years. But what he was doing was he wasn't necessarily challenging me. He was questioning what I believe in on the sense of being curious about it. You understand? So we had a great dialogue. You understand? Cuzzo asked me for the scriptures. I broke it down to him like, man, damn. I ain't know all of this. I'm gonna look into it. You understand? So I was like, man, I appreciate your patience. You understand? And understanding. You know what I'm saying? But we had that dialogue, right? But of course, the Bible is not going to specifically say weed, just like the Bible does not call the devil, you understand, Caucasians. Now, you have to be a seasoned man in the truth to understand how to break down certain subjects, you understand, and certain words and certain scenarios in the scriptures as far as knowing the meaning or the ancient meaning of certain things. You understand? So when I broke it down to my family, he was like, okay, I see where you're coming from. You understand? Now let me do some research and you know, so forth and so on, right? But now, if anybody is watching this class and they're wondering, you understand? The Lord absolutely says you cannot smoke weed. As a matter of fact, Salakia, give me 1 second. I'm gonna unshare this screen. I'm gonna grab my Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary real quick. Hang on, Israel. Wow. Appreciate it. Right? Most High Christ for my lovely wife. She had it on hand for me. Now, this is the Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary, right? Big shout out to my big brother, officer of 5,000, Kasar Bakai, that ordered me this, you understand, to sharpen me up in battle, right? Now, the Bible says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, right? Now, this Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary has the definitions of words that are in the scriptures and what they mean as pertaining to the scriptures, right? So hold on. Give me 1 second. Bear with me, Israel. And I'm going to show y'all something. A lot of people don't understand this because they don't do extensive research on the scriptures and they read it like the oppressor reads the scriptures without doing the research on it, right? So now, show y'all something. Let me see. Boom, right? That's the definition for the word witch, right? Now I'm gonna read it to y'all. Of course, I wish I could pull it up so y'all can see it. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if let me do something. Let me try something real quick. Try something real quick. Oh my Lord. Hold on. You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me? Hold on. Hold on. Rakataya Hawaii Hawashai. Man, they got this book online, Salakia. Hold on, let me go to the page. That way I can show y'all. Most High Christ. Now watch this. Hold on. Page 897. Damn it. Let me see how I can do this. Hold on, Israel. It might not work. Damn it. Shit. Slovakia. Damn, it ain't gonna work. But I'm gonna just read the definition of witch for y'all, right? Show y'all once again. That's the word witch in the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary, right? So now it says witch, a woman in early England, also a man in league with evil spirits, right? In Hebrew is kashaf, right? To practice sorcery, right? Remember, sorcery, witch, continuing on, right? Is sometimes to be translated in ASV, often RSV, often in RSV. Salagi. Now they give you the scriptures, right? And these are all scriptures that I went over. Well, not all of them, but some of them. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, right? I mean, the 22nd chapter. I mean, Exodus, the 22nd chapter, and the 18th verse. Deuteronomy 18 and 10. 2 Chronicles 36. 2 Kings 9 and 22. Micah 5 and 12. so forth and so on, right? Witchcraft, right? Divination is once translated as witchcraft, otherwise divination, right? Now, Greek, pharmakia. Now, hold on, Salakia. Now, this is what I could do for y'all, right? Now, this is going to pop up. Now, watch this, Israel. I'm going to show y'all something. Give me 1 second. Bear with me, Israel, because I want to show y'all something. Okay, now watch this, right? Hold on, let me share my screen for y'all. I'm going to share for you right now. Now watch this. This is the Blue Letter Bible, right? Now this is Galatians 5 and 20, right? This is the breakdown of Galatians 5 and 20 in the Greek, okay? Now y'all see this word right here? Hold on, Salaki, let me make sure y'all can see what I see. Okay, Most High Christ. So now look. Y'all see this word right here? Witchcraft, right? Witchcraft, G5331, right?
Strong's G 5331. Pharmakia.
Pharmakia, right? That sounds like pharmacy or pharmaceuticals, right? Now watch this. Remember that word, pharmakia, right? Now, in the Zion Vance Bible Dictionary, we reading about witch, the word witch, right? In Greek, right? It says pharmakia. Now, it lists Galatians 5 and 20. This is the same scripture that I have on the screen from the Blue Letter Bible, right? In the Greek, witchcraft or witch is translated to pharmakia, right? It's translated to sorcery, right? Now, hold on, Salakia. Let me unshare my screen real quick, right? Hey, Matam Yah, Yabashim Ashabrakatah, water for tapping in. Pharma, absolutely. You understand? Pharmakia, pharmaceuticals, big pharma, however you want to name it. But watch this, y'all. That word witch or witchcraft, you understand, the G5331 or pharmakia, right, in the Greek, right? Let me see. Salakia, damn. I don't have nothing to circle this with. I wish I could pull it up on the screen. I'm gonna try to do my best to let y'all see what pharmakia means, right? Oh, Salakia. Y'all see that? It says Greek pharmakia means the use of drugs. Do y'all see that? Anybody in the chat, man, give me a 1 if y'all see that. Greek pharmakia Y'all see it lists Galatians 5:20, right? It says means the use of drugs. Y'all see that? You understand? Like, to be a witch, you understand, literally means to indulge in drug use. Most High in Christ, Matam Yad. To be a witch literally means to indulge in drug use. You understand? So when you tell people, you understand, according to the Bible, the Lord is against smoking weed. Weed is a goddamn drug. You understand? It's a controlled substance. It's a mind-altering substance that used to be illegal. And it's still illegal in some states. You understand? Salagia. Nizam Anah. You still in here, sis? If you in here, sis, is weed still illegal in New Orleans? Let me know, sis. I'm going to read some more, right? It says Greek, pharmakia, means the use of drugs, charms, or magic words, right? In Acts 8:9 to 11, bewitch renders Greek, to amaze. In Galatians 3:1, you understand? Salakia, the famous witch of Endor. 1 Samuel 28:7 to 25 is not called a witch in the Bible. A woman that hath a familiar spirit, a woman who is a medium. By whatever name, all such practices are strongly condemned. Right? Oh, shit. I ain't know that, sis. It's how you get a citation now, but they dispensers. But right or wrong, sis, in the early 2000s, if a brother got caught with some weed in New Orleans, you going to jail for a long time, correct? If you my age, right? If anybody out there is my age, right? They had a DVD, you understand, in the early 2000s. I think it came out like 2002, 2003, called Hood to Hood. Anybody remember Hood to Hood? Nizam Amna. Did you ever come across the DVD called Hood to Hood, where they went to different cities in the United States? Matam Yad, I know you know about Hood to Hood, where they went across different cities in the United States and showed the ghettos. Well, I vividly remember New Orleans. They was in, was the St. Thomas Projects? Okay, Most High in Christ, sis. I'm not sure if it was the St. Thomas Projects or the Melpomene Projects. It was one of them projects, and it was a brother. He was a light-skinned brother. I believe he had dreads or something like that. I think it was either the Magnolia or the Calio, right? But I seen the brother. They was interviewing the brother, right? And the brother was like, man, you can't smoke no weed in New Orleans, right? Now, of course, this is early 2000s. Yeah, it was illegal in Northern California as well, but at the same time, the police still wasn't tripping like that, right? Now, it wasn't really like Trill TV. Right, sis, it was Magnolia. Okay, you remember. And the brother was like, man, you can't smoke no weed out here. You understand? He said, you get caught with a doobie. That's what we call it up in Northern California. You get caught with a roach out here, you're going to do 6 months. You understand? Hey, the Lord, you understand, didn't have no sympathy. You understand? Hence the rapper Magnolia Slim. Right, sis. Absolutely. You understand? Right? But the Lord, he didn't want us to get high. See, your oppressor will let you get high. You understand? He'll take you to jail every now and then, but he really don't give a damn about you destroying yourself. The Lord gave a damn about us destroying ourselves with these vices of these other nations. You understand? That's why the wages of sin is death. You understand? Even until this day. Of course, we don't enforce the law by putting people to death for being homosexuals. You understand? By putting people to death for being drug dealers, you understand, or adulterers, right? We don't enforce the law now, but the Lord will put the spirit, you understand, on a brother to unalive another brother if he catch him in his house screwing his old lady. You understand? The Lord will allow you to smoke pot, right? Cigarettes, do all type of heroin and perks. You understand? God damn, hold on, sis. Nickel sack would have gotten you 2 to 5 years? Shit, I would have been the most soberest nigga in New Orleans. Salakia. 2 to 5 years for a nickel sack? Jesus. Niggas was giving that shit away out here since Salakia. That's crazy. 2 to 5 years? Man, look. And that's that and that's a light thing compared to what the Lord will do to you. Because the Lord will give you cancer. You understand? Or back in our days, you understand? Man, years over a plant is shit. Hey, I would rather do years over that plant than be put to death. You understand? I would rather do them 2 to 5 years than to be put to death by Yahushua when he returns. You understand? The Lord ain't playing with that. Because when what you do is by oh yeah, I know, sis. Sis, I know. Look, it's another DVD that I used to watch. Look, of course, as you could tell, sis. Like when you look about Oakland, California, right? As far as even before Cash Money, Master P was up here in Richmond, California. You understand? Master P. He spent a few years in Richmond, California. And a lot of brothers and sisters that are from this part of the Bay Area, be it Richmond, Oakland, Vallejo, like right here in about a 20, 30-minute drive from each other. A lot of us, we have family from down there, especially them brothers out there in Richmond. My brother Kassar Bakad, you understand? Him being from Richmond. His grandparents is from Louisiana. You understand? He got a lot of family down there. But the Louisiana culture, as far as the rap, you understand, the having a mouthful of gold teeth, you understand, us being a little bit more countryer than the southern region of California, you understand? We get a lot of Louisiana, New Orleans in particular, has rubbed off on this part of the Bay Area, especially too during the time of when Hurricane Katrina happened. A lot of brothers and sisters moved up here. You understand? But what I was gonna say was, it was a DVD, another DVD. I think it was called Straight Out the Projects or something. But it was like a documentary that was documenting the life of C Murder. On you know, like how he frequented the city of New Orleans and him taking us around his neighborhood, you understand, in different projects where he frequented, where he got like partners and family and stuff from, right? And it was a scene where C Murder and his partners, they was finna go smoke some weed, but they was like, okay, we can't really smoke out here, you understand? The kids right here. You know what I'm saying? The police might pull up, you know what I'm saying, and all that type of stuff, but they still indulged in it. You understand? Just like any other thing that is highly illegal, you understand, in the ghettos of America, you understand, that tend to keep black people on the straight and narrow. We never follow the rules. Like the Lord said, we're stiff-necked people, right? When you think about the strict gun laws of California, and especially out there in New York, you get caught with a goddamn 22 in New York. Hey, my boy, y'all about to shop, sir. The water for tapping in on the wine. I don't think C Murder and Master P. Oh yeah. C Murder and Master P. Yeah, they brothers. Yeah, but yeah, they brothers, right? So, like I was saying, yeah, a lot of things that they made illegal in America, as far as like the laws of America, that shit never stops us from living on a straight and narrow. You understand? Like the Lord said, we're stiff-necked people. when you look at the gun laws in New York, you understand, and up here in Northern California, we got some of the strictest gun laws, you understand, in the whole United States, especially New York. They catch your ass with a 22 out there, you damn near gonna do like 2-3 years for your first offense. But that's not stopping people from getting unalived. You understand? That's not stopping brothers from sliding on their ops. You understand? They so-called ops, because the real ops is your oppressor. You understand? The same people that push the drugs into your community. You understand? The same people that perpetuate a lifestyle of death. You understand? And of course, they do it by dangling the sin in your face and the lust that you think you should be a part of, because you see your oppressor prospering in all of his wicked ways. You understand? Salakia. I'm gonna get a couple more scripts and I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Let me see. Let me get you get Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter. Salakia. Bear with me real quick. Salakia. Let me share the screen. Okay, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. You understand? And the Lord is saying that he's against interracial marriage, you understand, for this very reason, which is going to state it in the 4th verse. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods, right? I seen it was a skit. It was a comedy skit, but I automatically thought about this verse. It's a brother named Desi Banks, right? He a comedian out there in Georgia, right? The brother's funny as hell, talented, right? But during this skit, right, it was a skit where he was hanging with a white girl, with an oppressor's daughter, right? And she was trying to get him to do some shrooms, right? So of course, you know, it's a skit. So eventually he gives in. This white broad, this is his girl. You understand? So eventually he gives in, right, and takes the shroom with her, because this they culture. You understand? This is what they do, right? So now, when he takes the shrooms, man, this dude get the spinning on his head, you understand, running up and down the street in traffic in his drawers, looking like a goddamn fool, you understand? And I thought to myself, of course, me being a priest and prophet of the Lord in the ISUBK under command of General Honor, because of course, niggas don't think like this in the world, right? But I'm watching this skit and I'm laughing at it. But of course, my brain has been washed, meaning being cleansed of what's going on in the world so much that I can't help but look at what I'm really looking at in hindsight. And what I'm really actually looking at is the Lord is showing us, you understand, through this funny skit, right, what actually does happen when we choose to marry unto these other nations. When we choose to marry unto these other nations, we do exactly what they do. It strips us of our culture. It strips us of our identity, because when you married unto these other nations, spiritually and physically, you now have to become a part of their culture. And what their culture is going to do for you is, Salakia, it says, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee very suddenly. You understand? And this brother was destroyed. Now, of course, it was a skit. You understand? It was made to be funny, but at the same time, though, the brother was running down the street in his drawers. You understand? The brother was in a state of mind as a child because he's so high off of this illicit drug, you understand, that these Caucasians take part in, you understand, all the goddamn time, right? Not only is that true for that skit, but it's also true in real life, you understand? You become a part of Caucasian culture, you indulge in things that destroy you. You understand? When you become engulfed in the ideology or the mind frame of you being an American or God loves everybody, you understand? You absolutely take on their custom and it destroys you. You understand? This is why you have black people that put them goddamn Christmas lights up on their house this year. You understand? A light bulb get too goddamn hot and burn your whole goddamn house down. Or you leave the lights on at nighttime, you understand, thinking that you celebrating Christmas and your damn Christmas tree catch on fire in your house and somebody get unalive because you want to be just like your oppressor. You understand? Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, we choose the culture of being drug dealers, pimps, whores, anything that the oppressor has made his culture. We look at it as cool. We take on that same ideology, become a part of what they're a part of, and we go to prison for life. We die of AIDS. You understand? Get a whole lot of diseases, right? We get murdered because we dumb criminals. You understand? Crime is not our culture. That's Caucasian culture. That's why we don't know how to get away with shit. You understand? Excuse my French. But with that being said, Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the wages of sin is death. You understand? Do you want to choose death or do you want to choose life? The choice is yours, man. Yahweh Shem Al Shabarak, a thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal, a thumb by Shem Al Shah to the sisters. The water to y'all for tapping in with me. Big shout out to my big brother, Officer of 5,000. My Debar, appreciate it. My sister, Nazam Anah, Salakia. My brother Matam Yad, young man Jesus. Appreciate y'all. Until next time, Shalom, Israel.